My boyfriend became a misogynistic freeloader. Now I'm wondering why I haven't kicked him out yet. Me, 25F, and my boyfriend, 25M, have been together for 7 years now, 8 in March 2025. We started dating in high school, and in no time he moved into my house. We had a lot of issues throughout our relationship, but nothing we couldn't talk through. We got engaged in 2022. We haven't started planning yet, but we are saving for a small wedding in the future. About 2 years ago, he started working in a law firm. Because of his new schedule, we had more time to spend together since his last job had a mall schedule from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Everything was going great, but a year ago management decided to change his boss. Before it was a female, and now it was a male in his 40s. After this, I started noticing some changes in his behavior. He stopped being caring and sweet, and now acted a little more serious and mature, his own words. I confronted him about this, and he only said it was time he started being more realistic and less optimistic. I told him that if it felt right to him, then okay, but he didn't have to be less loving. A few months ago, he started making some jokes, like when he came home he said, "Why is my dinner not ready? It should be done by now." Or, "The dirty clothes basket is full, your job is to keep my clothes clean. You are the woman, you should be in the kitchen. Get up and make me a sandwich. You get the picture." Whenever he made these types of comments, I confronted him, and he just said they were just jokes, and I was overreacting. Recently, this jokes escalated, now are more misogynistic, like, "You should see how many women in my job like me. If you don't come with me to this, then I should find a replacement. If we ever break up, I know it would be easy for me to find a new girlfriend," and stuff like this. By now, I just told him to pack his stuff and leave if he felt that way, but again he said they were just jokes. We both work. I work as a dog groomer and cover almost all the bills in our house, including our food. He pays for his car, internet, and dog food. Last time he made this kind of jokes, I lost it on him and said that in any case he should be the one in the kitchen since I pretty much covered the provider role. Good luck finding someone who pays for everything and does house chores and some mean stuff. He was taken aback and said that it was just a joke and that I should be a good sport. That he wasn't trying to hurt me but was just teasing. A month ago, I offered to give him a ride when he got off work. Since his car was in the mechanic, he said that his boss was joining us too and his wife. First, I picked him and his boss up, and on our way to pick up his wife, his boss started making the same kind of jokes, and the two of them were laughing like they were high or something. When his boss noticed I was not laughing and asked me about it, I just said that nothing they had just said was funny but rude. After that, the car ride was pretty quiet. We had a big argument after that, and he apologized for making this inappropriate jokes that were funny at work, but not at our house, and understood where I was coming from. After this, the jokes stopped. Last week it was one of his work colleagues' birthday, and they all decided to go out and celebrate. Partners are not ever invited to any of these celebrations, which I find weird, and asked my BF about it. He just said that their colleagues didn't want their wives or husbands there because there were other people involved and their partners would think badly of them, aka cheating assholes. But he assured me that he was different and would never do any of that. Anyway, last week they went out and my BF came the next day at 6 a.m. He didn't answer any of my messages, and whenever I called he said he was staying a little while longer and then leave, which he never did. Anytime they go out, he arrives home at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. These happens every month or every 2 months. He told me that he sees nothing wrong with it since it's not every week, but I believe he should come home at a reasonable hour. And if he just keeps doing this, then we should break up, and he can do whatever he likes without me bothering him. He believes I'm overreacting, but in nights like that I don't know where he is, what he is doing, and who he's with. And whenever I call to check on him, he just laughs it off. It's hard to believe that everyone cheats except of him, even when he started making jokes like the ones I said before. I realized his boss and co-workers have a big influence on him and even picks up fights with me because he thinks he's 100% right, and I am the one being dramatic. I've seen texts where they tell him some other girl is asking for information about him and that he should give it a go. He laughs it off and never replies, but I believe that with enough influence he will give in again. We talked about this and he just tells me to trust him. I told him that if he arrives home late one more time I was going to break up with him. He reluctantly agreed, but told me I was overreacting. So AITA? NTA, but YTF are you with this loser? He works in a law firm but doesn't pay the bills? Treats you like a maid and belittles you? Hell no. This is on top of the fact that he's likely cheating during these work parties. OP, you need to show this the door. $10 says he told all of his lawyer buddies that he pays for everything. Would be fun to watch him get kicked out of OP home and have to scramble to find a place while couch surfing. NTA. You've expressed genuine concern about a sudden shift in personality. This has not only affected him, but how he treats you and speaks to you. He's apologized time and time again, without any real or permanent reformation of his behaviors. You've done your part by clearly communicating to him how much this hurts you. And he still has not taken it to heart. I'm of a similar opinion as yours in that he may not have cheated yet, but he's not shooting down any advances or offerings for his affections elsewhere. You need to stand up for yourself and remove this man from your life. It sounds like you're already more than capable of running the household on your own. Why keep someone around who isn't serious about your feelings and can let their behavior be so easily influenced? Some part of him must agree with their opinions for him to be so easily swayed. Please deeply consider what kind of relationship you want going forward. He does not seem to share your thoughts on the nature of his recent actions. So do yourself a favor and let him find someone better, if that's what he thinks he can do so easily. He'll be in for a rude awakening, and you'll be living your peace. YTA if you continue staying with him. The changes started when his new boss started influencing him. He's someone whose values change depending on those around him, like all the comments say. These jokes are his way of testing the waters and seeing what BS he can pull on you. He's disrespecting you and your boundaries. Why in the world is he coming home at 6 a.m. in the morning? I don't want to get into your financials, OP, but why isn't he contributing anything to your home? He is a walking red flag. I love that you stand up for yourself every time he says something and you call him out on his BS. But imagine doing that for the next 5 years, only for things to get exponentially worse. Girl, run. There are so many things wrong here. He's a leech for one thing. He should have been paying for half of everything in the house all this time. He has turned into a misogynistic clown, and this will only get worse. He is not joking. He's just trying to convince you it's a joke when you call him out on his crap. He's gaslighting you, and so was his boss. I can almost guarantee that he's lying about him not having cheated. There's no legitimate reason for him to be out all night. He will get more demanding, controlling, and stupid as time goes on. Please get this idiot out of your house and out of your life before the verbal and emotional abuse becomes physical. Please be careful, and please let us know you're okay after he's gone. OP, you're a sugar mama, and your sugar boy doesn't act right. Most guys in this situation are extremely good at catering to your needs, doing all the chores, and spending a lot of time at the gym. Find a new sugar baby, or get therapy to figure out why you allow someone to use you and treat you so poorly. Why do you pay for everything? What does he do with his money? The fact that he continues making these jokes, even though you have made it clear that you don't find them even remotely funny, indicates that he doesn't really care about your feelings. You would not be the AH for ending the relationship.